So when I say that Trump is still in charge, what I mean by that is he's actually still in charge. Around behind the scenes, he's got this idiot fucking Biden sitting in the seat right now, which he got here through the military. It wasn't any sort of crazy shit, or I mean, it was crazy. There was definitely election fraud and everything else, but the entire thing was a sting operation. Okay, it was set up to make sure that Biden did take the presidency. It was set that way so that the American people would see everything was stolen from them, and there was nothing they could do about it because we have already put so many people in place by electing them that there's an overwhelming force that's going to try to take over, and we are heading into the New World Order. There's a reset coming, a financial reset or a global reset. There's two different resets that are happening right now. Luckily, being the good guys, we've already fucking won, So Biden's running around, with his dick hanging out, thinking he knows what he's doing and shit like that, but he's not your president. Why does the media need to tell you on every Facebook post, Joe Biden's president, Have you ever seen that before? Have you ever seen a president who's not actually allowed in the Oval Office? Who's not allowed to fly on Air Force One? Who's not allowed to do fucking anything? Like, his hands are tied. He's not allowed to be president. He doesn't have the nuclear football. He doesn't have the codes. He doesn't have his own desk. He did most of his shit from Castle Rock Studios. Okay? Sitting in there. So, you can't tell me he's your fucking president. He's just not. He's a placeholder. He's just sitting there keeping everybody entertained while Donald Trump's running around doing what he's supposed to. Donald Trump spent his first 4 years in office going all over the globe talking to other leaders and setting up things for NESARA. Okay? GESARA, it's two different acts that were set by farmers back in like the 1900s. Basically relinquishes us from the hold of the American corporation. We get away from that. We have our own constitution, which will go back to our own constitutional law, which means that we will be set free from our government, our tyrannical government. We get the power back. We get our money back. And by our money back, I mean fucking $4 quadrillion worth of our money. We will never have those issues again. It's going to be a free world. It's not just for the United States. GESARA is bigger. GESARA is global. It's across the world where everybody's doing the same thing. Why do you think world governments are falling right now? Have you ever seen that happen before? World governments are crashing. The American government's the last one standing. Okay, there's a fight for everybody here. Now, what they want to do is they want to crush America, because if they can crush America, it shows the world that there is no superpower. That's the whole point. By they, I mean the Illuminati, the 1%, whatever you want to call them, the Khazarian Mafia. It's all the same thing, okay? Let's see. So, my point is, don't worry about what you're seeing. What you're seeing is just, it's all bullshit, okay? It's not really happening. It feels like it's really happening because the American people need to see this shit. Donald Trump had full power to take everybody out in 2016. Everybody. But we just weren't quite ready because we needed everybody on board. So he said, fuck it. We waited. So this year is his time to shine, and he's going to be doing a lot of things. And not just him. He's got 200 generals on his side. From the beginning, he was placed in office, okay? Yeah, we elected the motherfucker. We elected Donald Trump, we did. But he was also placed there. He was groomed for that probably 6 years before being elected in 2016, okay? And he had all his ties set up, ready to go. So when he came into office, he immediately went to all the world nations, pulled us out of the UN, because that's a whole different problem. The UN is the literal head of the New World Order, which we'll be thankfully getting away from. But you guys have no idea how close we could be to just being completely destroyed as a nation. And it all started, really, the flow of information really came out when Trump took out Epstein. Okay? That was all Trump. Trump was the only one. Everybody else let that motherfucker slide. But Trump got in there, got a hold of Epstein, and Epstein released a lot of information that we didn't really know about, but a lot of people knew about. And it's the whole, save our children, save the children, that kind of thing. It's real shit, man. There's a global initiative saving children from DUMBs, which are deep underground military bases. This has been a known fact for a long time, but people don't want to hear about it. They don't want to think about it. But I'm talking millions of children being sold into sex slavery, being tortured, ritually tortured, abused, raped. Just the worst death for these children, all for adrenochrome, and if you get into the DUMBs, then they're making chromochrome, which is, it's way better, but they do that through torturing fucking children. I'm talking from the umbilical cord to 12, 13 years old, being just decimated for power, for money, to keep actors looking young, to keep Hillary alive, which that bitch is fucking gone, but it's unreal, man. I mean, these kids are ritually abused, sodomized, raped, tortured, electrocuted, skinned alive. Hillary Clinton and Uma Abedin made a fantastic video together, which they named Frazzle Drip, which shows them cutting off a little girl's fucking face and wearing it. Dancing, fucking naked, all that shit, man. She's a fucking witch, okay? And this is the power that really runs the world. You guys need to understand that. There's two forces. There's good and evil, and there's magic is real. It's 100% real, I promise you. And the elites run this world through magic, okay? Through ritual sacrifice and through large global pandemics, okay? Do you need to understand tsunamis? Those can be created. Earthquakes can be created. Tornadoes can be created. This really cool snowstorm we went through. You look into it, I promise you, I'm going to sound crazy, but I don't really give a fuck. I gave you a disclaimer. I may be retarded, so I don't give a shit what you think. But this was a $4 billion operation set up by Biden, used through China, to put up a weather machine above Texas to try it out, to see what they could do. And they literally, within 2 days, terraformed Texas to make it to where we could receive snow the way that we did, and we were froze out. Then they cut our grid. But you'll notice Harvey, that was kind of weird, wasn't it? That was in Texas. They've been trying to take Texas out for a long time, because Texas is going to be a major player in the future, because that's going to be the new headquarters of the, whatever you want to call it in the future. I guess, I don't really know what to call it. It's not going to be a presidency, because we're not going to have that anymore. We're going to go back to constitutional law. There's not really going to be a president. But I'm just excited to see where that turns out. But I promise you guys, man, there's so much going on. I know I rattled. I haven't written anything down. I haven't gone through anything. I do all this shit off the top of my head because, one, I'm lazy and I don't have time. And when I'm at home, But I promise you, man, we have really moved forward on all this. And when I say hold the line, I mean it, man. Just pay attention. Pay attention. Do what you can. Find your own research. Find people you can listen to, who you can trust, who you can put videos up to, or, I'm putting up videos. I'm trying to educate people. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. I was going to do live, but I don't have live on this, so hopefully I don't run out of time on this one. But my point is, just pay attention, okay? It's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. That is their line of power. That is what they need to survive. And it's so much worse than I'm really going in on telling you guys. I mean, it is a pandemic. That's the real pandemic, okay? COVID, but it cures the flu, it cures cancer, it cures old age. And none of that happened anymore. Nobody died of that. So I don't know. Fuck all that shit. But that's all I got today. I'm probably gonna repeat myself several times trying to figure all this shit out. But I need you guys to understand we're moving forward as a country. That's all it is. We're at war right now. The Cold War never ended. It never ended. It just went quiet. You've got black hats and white hats running everything. Okay? White hats are obviously the good guys. Black hats are the ones who have been keeping us in control a long time. And we have resets basically every 80 years. But every time we reset, we're putting back into the hands of the Khazarian Mafia. And now, the Khazarian Mafia, let me explain this. That's the fourth fucking Reich, okay? The fourth Reich. Nobody knows. Oh, no, it happened, man. There was a third Reich. We killed everybody, blah, blah, blah. No, we didn't. They fucking moved. Hitler moved. Everybody kept doing the same thing. The regime changed. Project Paperclip, come on, man. They run everything now. Okay? You gotta understand that, man. The Nazis run fucking everything. They're in NASA. They're in Homeland Security, the CIA, all those big fucking entities for all of that protection of the United States. It's not real. They own us. They have for a long time. You know what happened though? Let me tell you this. Kennedy tried to stop him by putting the SAR out. You know what happened to him? That didn't work out. And then we had, you guys remember in 2001? Okay, we had 9/11. That happened for a certain reason. It had nothing to do with terrorists or anything else. If you believe fucking terrorists did 9/11, you're fucking retarded and you're blind. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you lost a family member there and you've got reasons to believe certain ways or what the media tells you. My heart breaks for you. My heart bleeds for you, alright? Because we shouldn't have lost those people. Because those people really did fucking die. But it had nothing to do with going into war. We wanted to go to war for different reasons, alright? And that's just bloodletting. That's what they want. But the problems that we faced with 9/11 was that it was done to shut down Bush. Because Bush Sr. came into the picture and didn't want the American people being free. And Bush was getting pretty close to doing that. And then he got shut down. Not to say that Bush is a good dude. He's the simplest part of the evil family. So, you know, I mean, if Dracula had an evil stepson, that would be Bush. I mean, you can't put on a fucking raincoat. Look that up. It's fucking funny as shit. But Bush Sr., he did it. And he was executed for it. Everybody, oh, he died instead? No, he fucking did. He was executed. Did you see it happen? I mean, come on. There's so much information. And I'm trying to fill you guys in from the beginning to the end, but we're getting so close to the end, the beginning's going to confuse the end. Because I am confusing to listen to. But I just want y'all to know, man, I love every single one of you. Even if you're a fucking douchebag and I've punched you in the mouth before, I'm not going to apologize for you guys coming. But I still love you. You know, unless if, you know, you fuck with the kids or something, then I'll get the fucking butt off myself. If I ever get my hands on it. But anyway, God bless. Y'all have a good day. Send me some fucking questions, man. That's always helpful, you know? Or something. I don't know how that works. Y'all know how that shit works. Comment on this thing and tell me what the fuck I should do. And I welcome fucking douchebags too. You tell me shut the fuck up or I'm crazy, whatever. I don't really give a shit. But just give me some info on how I should run this thing, because you know, I'm doing it for you, so I could use your help to figure out exactly where I'm going with all this. But basically, America's in good hands still, and Biden ain't shit. Kamala's not coming up into power once Biden goes, because they're trying to get rid of him to lay the groundwork for it, but he ain't gonna fucking change anything. They're gonna be thrown out. I doubt Trump's gonna be coming back in as president, but he's gonna be a world leader, for sure. But we're gonna see freedom like we've never seen before after this, and I promise you that. That's all I got, man. I'm on the clock. I gotta get back to work. Later.